I'm King Prime, welcome back to another custom review, and it's the one you've been waiting for. Human Alastor 3.0. Now, I know I made a post saying, do you want me to review it now, cook some more, or I want this thing now? Well, there really isn't much cooking to be done with this figure, first of all, because it's based off of a specific scene where he's making the deal, and he really didn't do much. All he did was walk around and act all schmexy, because that's what people say he is, and whatever. But that's pretty much all he did, was he walked around, he made a deal, and he laughed. And he spoke in French. Which I can actually repeat. He said, "You are ready to be eaten," because I took French class. What he said was, I might butcher this. Tu prête au manger. Pretty sure. Yeah. I may have butchered that, I don't know. But here's the figure, and let's get into him. Now, there really isn't much to say, other than it's Human Alastor. The thing that has stolen the internet. But he looks great. I slapped this guy together within 2 days, because the first one broke, which I was really sad about. But right there. Now let's get into it. So for starters, the articulation now is way more. So his head can do a full 360. It's connected by a barbell joint because it's a Marvel Legend. Legs can kick all the way up there. He has a calf swivel. No, shin swivel, excuse me. He has ankle pivot that goes that far. Toe articulation that goes that far. Double joint at the knee that can go that far. Drop down hips that I actually use a lot because this guy's lengthy. His elbows can bend in that far. He has a wrist swivel. He has wrist hinge. Arms can go out that far. He has a bicep swivel. I made sure I kept that. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. He's not crazy like the original was, because the original one was based on hypothetical. We didn't know what he was going to do. We didn't know if he was going to shoot a rifle. We didn't know if he was going to have a book, spells. We didn't know that because it was made like 3 months before the show came out. Well, season 2. But we didn't know. But this figure was based completely on the show. So we actually had reference when making this one. Well, I made it. Queen was not part of this one's production because I kept the break a secret until she saw it almost done, because she loved that figure. She really did, and it's unfortunate that it broke. But he's back. He's more accurate. I definitely love how it came out. The only thing I was able to keep from the original was the skull, because he can hold the skull because of balance. But that's all I could keep, because he didn't use a knife in that scene. He walked around, he used his hands. Yes, he definitely stabbed someone, but he kind of just walked around, kicked a body, and then made a deal. That was the scene. And quite frankly, to me, it was quite disappointing. But either way, I loved the design. And I cannot wait to do Vincent. We are trying. We really are. Money's tight. I have $40 right now. That's all I have. But I have the supplies. All I need is a base. But we're working on it. And that girl over there, Rue, really trying to work on her too. Charlie's in maintenance right now. She's still in maintenance because of reasons. But things are good right now. Customs are good. Nothing dramatic has happened. We're good. The figure, do a 360 spin. My main thing that I wanted to focus on with 3.0 was the torso, because on the original, the torso was really slim and long, and it didn't look right. This looks right, because I brought it out his shoulders. I made his chest more puffed, because it looks like that in the show. And I made sure that the muscles in the suit don't really show through, because that would have looked really not great. There is still some work that needs to be done with this dude, but he came out great. He really did. My favorite part is honestly the glasses. Queen did such a good job on the glasses. For size comparison, no, come here. Pull you away from loot for a second, Alastor. Bring Alastor down here. That's size accurate, because in the show, Alastor's 7 feet, but if you didn't know, this dude is actually my height. Human Alastor is my height. He's 5'8". You have to look very closely of the measurements, but he's 5'8". This guy's 7 foot, so this works. Pretty much, yeah. Works to a point. We can get Loot over here, because Loot, I believe, is like 6 feet tall. She's about a little bit taller than Charlie. That may be accurate, that may not. Don't correct me. But looks good. For size comparison, here is a Blocky's Optimus Prime. Here is a Age of the Primes Sideways. And here is Studio Series Battle Trap. So this guy comes around, I would say, 6.9 inches, I would say, yeah. He's not big, but he's also not small. But, I definitely love how he came out. Let's pull this guy back over here. Let's get into some of the swappable lands, because I gave him fists. Made sure to give him fists. Because, why not? He has fists. He has the skull. That's pretty much all the accessories this guy's gonna have. Because he didn't do much. But that's been the review of this guy. I love how he came out. Let me know how you think how he came out. Bye.